Hey everybody, and welcome back to 6 Ages, Ride Like the Wind, where in this episode I fully expect we'll get some bad news about Miss Parnana here, who's been missing for quite a bit since before the winter, trying to do a forage right outside our doorstep. It's not a good sign, you guys. So I haven't really looked to see what our plan should be. We could use more food, but last time we sent someone out for food, bad things happened. We could go trade for food. We have 62 goods, so we could go try to get some herds. I mean, maybe that's a good idea. Do we need swordsmen? I mean, we've got 5 missing, so we probably will need to replace them. We couldn't raid right now anyways because it's time to put the grain in the ground. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm wrong. We could raid right now because the grain is in the ground and waiting on us. And growing. So we could do a little bit of a raid situation. We haven't done a lot of that. Who's our nearby neighbors that highly dislike us? Relations. Who mocks us? The Dar Shama? The Honeymane? The Morkagan? The Sky Racers, which, I mean, should be our friends. Because they're also riders. The Yu Mergen. And the Dar Shama is real close. Known for their large herds. Their chief is Ternak. They mock us. I mean, we could send off maybe a quick raid to Dar Shama and see what happens. How you feel about that, guys? It's not critical, but more warriors would be useful. A stake perimeter. I mean, you're right. We could be building more things. We have the goods. We could build a rampart. We could build a stake perimeter. Maybe that's what we should be doing instead of raiding. Maybe we should use this goods to shore up our defenses. Stake perimeter, a rampart. What did you say about a stake perimeter? You did not say. I mean, you just said it. I swear these bits of advice were reversed. Stake perimeter help us defend against riders and wheels. Most fortifications reduce the wealth lost when enemies defeat you in battle and plunder you. A watchtower increases your chance of spotting raids and herd raids. A stake perimeter offers extra protection against horse-using foes. Yeah, so let's build a stake perimeter with some of our goods. We really probably should be buying herds with it, but let's do it. No sense in buying the herds if we can't defend the herds, right? What do we got here? Baron, who you identified as a descendant of Elmal and Verlaro, is now 13 years old. He has befriended a boy a year younger of the Honeymane clan. His friend is also named Baron. The two of them want you to ask the other Baron's clan if he can live and train with you for a year. This request would be unusual, but not unheard of. So, it's like, will you lend us your child for a year? Okay, Alright. Ask the boys' clan. Ask the other boys' clan. Ask the other boys' family. Decline to ask or decline, but gift the Honeymanes. If people want Baron to be happy, they also like Baron. So you say both. Valero said to his sister, "Why couldn't you be a brother?" She said, "Why can't you duck this punch?" Wow. Why couldn't you be a brother? Why can't you duck this punch? And then she decks him. That's a pretty good response. Decline but gift the Honeymanes. What if the boy gets hurt here? Baron is not an uncommon name. Ask the boy's clan. Asking his family will prevent us from gaining any political benefit from our gesture of friendship. A lot of responses for ask the boy's clan. I sense great potential in both boys. Okay, we'll ask the boy's clan. Do you want to lend us your small teenage boy for a year? Who do you send? Somebody with high diplomacy. Someone with high diplomacy? Bardalore, you can go. You're not on the council, so that's good. In case it takes a long time for you to get there and get back. And you guys both have the same amount of diplomacy, so... You take a gift? Yeah, I'll take a gift. We're really low on goods, honestly. I'll give you 6. I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5 goods if you allow us to borrow the young lad. Mood minus, goods minus. The Honeymanes thanked us for thinking of the happiness of their Baron. However, they foresaw a great destiny for him and were determined to protect him until he was ready for a darkening world. Bardalore said that it was hard to argue with that. Sorry, our Baron. Yeah. Knew that was gonna happen. The party we sent to forage to the east a year ago has not returned. Parnana and her party must be presumed dead. Foraging would be safer if we had a shrine to Zarlin, or sacrificed for his Pathfinder blessing. And here comes a raid. We're being raided by the Twin Songs. There are 121 riders in total. Luckily, our patrol saw them in time, and 20 swords and 93 of the bows met them. Okay, so we got a pretty good odds. Let's put a point in magic, sure, and drive them off. Let's conduct a magic ritual and put some points in our horses, as we always do. We do not agree to parlay. No, thank you. We're going to do the same thing. We had to perform our ritual under devastating volleys of arrows. As our priests completed the ritual, the hooves of our horses began to spark as they pranced about ready to attack. So we lost a couple swords in that volley. And a little bit of bows, I'm sure, too. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was 90-something. Let's skirmish them. The Twin Songs rushed us before we'd loose more than a few volleys. Alright. Let's wait for opportunities. No sense in pushing too hard. And that was not the right idea. They fought so fiercely that we could only react, and they gained advantage. The battle began to swing their way. Let's fight fiercely then. Yeah, we push them back. Push them back. Way back. They tried to press the attack, but we fought back. Let's fight cleverly then. Yeah, there we go. They fought ferociously, but we gained advantage. It was soon over. And we did, in fact, lose 1 sword. We lost 19 bowmen. Ouch. It was a bitter fight. Their magic overcame ours, but we were not dismayed. We drove the Twin Songs off, and their survivors left without looting our land. Halday, who had been a wheel, distinguished herself in the fighting. Oh yeah, Halday, the woman we said, hey, come in and we won't force you to marry anybody. Using healing magic, our auxiliaries saved 3 warriors from dying and patched up 3 of the wounded. So not awesome. We now have an empty spot, so we need to fill that. Let's reorganize. Who are we missing? There's a vacancy in the clan circle. What families are we missing? I mean, Parnana was the only one of her family, though. Akkot, we got one of those. Asano, we got one of those. Urkent, we got one of those. Parnt, we got one of those. Turret, we have one of those. And Zarent, we have one of those. So, like, seriously, we don't have someone from a 7th clan. Okay, well, let's look at this a little differently then. Bargaining? Bargaining, we don't have anyone that's extremely good on the clan. But we typically don't send out clans, or counselors. That's what I meant, like, not clan, but people on the council. We typically don't send people of our senior council out to do tasks because we need them at home to give us leadership and counsel. So let's check out maybe deities. We don't have anyone that worships Akarna. We don't have anyone that worships Elmol. We have a Hyalor, an Anila, an Osara, a Relander, and someone that just believes in shamans. So they go for the spirits instead of the gods. So, do we want to bring on a Arissa, an Elmol, or an Akarna? There's tons of Akarnas. Who is, let's kind of remember, Akarna, Elmol, Arissa. who are those names? Akarna, Elmal, Orisa. Can I see the deities, please? Akarna the trader, Orisa the healer, Elmal the god of the sun, the most important gods. So we should probably have an Elmal on, then. If he's the most important of the gods, we should probably bring an Elmal worshiper on board, then. Reorganize. Under deities. Elmal, Yadakan? Come on, Yadakan! You've been doing good work for us before. That means we'll have a couple high combat people on the council, but the clan needs a worshiper of Elmal to lead it. I don't need to be on the circle yet. So, oh, they give you indications of what they believe. The circle needs to reflect healing as well as death. The clan needs a worshiper of Elmal. I don't need to be on the circle yet. The clan would be more prosperous with a representative of Akarna on the council, so you're vouching for yourself. The circle needs someone who's vigilant against the wheels. Think of the goats. Yes, think of the goats. I'm sorry, but no. Yadakan, welcome, welcome. I know you're only 27, but that's going to probably anger some of your elders, but we have good experience with you, Yadakan. Welcome. And we lost some herds. Our herders report that El Chakar stole 28 goats. 28 goats from Urchakai. So, we can't raid right now because it's time to bring in the harvest. Well then, what would one like to do? We can't do that because we don't have a shrine. Well. I can just try to fill in my spots because we got some swordsmen killed, right? So we should probably try to restore some of those. We raised 4 warriors. Good, good. The stork spirits have stopped protecting us from fallen lampreys. They could come back at any time, but perhaps we will be lucky. Darkness manifestations strike without sense or warning. All right, thank you for that. Still time to bring in the harvest, so we cannot afford to build a wooden stockade now, but we do need one. Shrine to Asara. We need more warriors. Well, we can spend some time. I mean, we'll have to spend goods for that, honestly. We can spend some time trying to get more warriors. We raised 4 warriors. Now we're down to only 2 goods, which is not great. Mood minus. The Norden family overheard one of their marriageable young girls, Yandala, confessing something terrible to a friend. Haven't we had this event before? She said that she loved Hend, a warrior from the Irnathi clan. They are Vinkartlings, who forbid their people to marry yours. Riders forbid any dalliance with the storm folk, let alone marriage. You obey the prohibition for many reasons, not the least of which being the offspring of rams and riders are prone to become evil magicians. Yandala's discretion causes much consternation among your people. We can attack the Irnathis. We can demand compensations from the Irnathis. We can let her family deal with this. We can remind all your young women that rams are off limits, or we can scold her. You want to attack the Irnathis. You want to be like, let's just fight, guys. Let her family deal with this. Demand compensation. Ask them for cows. Let her family deal with this. If only we could intermarry with rams without giving birth to twisted blood magicians. Stelfor said to his daughter, "You have been caught in the arms of a ram." Without further word, she drowned herself. It's not cool. If we attack them and lose, Yandala's shame will be magnified, spreading to her family. Only death will erase it. Yeah, I'm down with the ask for cows idea. And I'm going to send Zakorta just in case things get a little heated. He can defend himself. I will send a good amount of troops. And mood minus. They laughed at us, saying that boys were permitted to be boys, so long as they did not trail trash into the house. It's not a good belief system. They said by asking for compensation, we had insulted them. Soon we would pay for this. So Zakorta said we should have expected no less than rams, and that their chieftain's hair had been riddled with lice. Haha, take that, lice-ridden fools. Well, it's dark season, and you know what happens during dark season. We probably do absolutely nothing. We could try to do a ritual if we knew one. I mean, we don't really. The only thing is taming the river. We know Nialda's marriage maker, and we know Busunari's light finder. But we've done that fairly recently, right? Yeah, performed recently, so the only one we could do again is maybe taming the river, and then I'd probably have to sacrifice for it, so I probably don't want to do that. So I think we just hunker, honestly. I mean, I guess we could have raided. That's a thing we could have done. Your clan's shamans inform you that it's auspicious time to contact new spirits. A procession of great spirits flows across the land now. Yeah, we've had this event too. They are too large to swear to stay here, but we can perform a rite to gain a major spirit blessing. It will reduce our flow of magic for a while, but will be worth it. Well, we have a decent amount of magic right now, so we're not really using it that much. It will reduce our flow of magic for a while, but will be worth it. Which spirit do you have them contact? A bee spirit to sweeten your hearts, a bull spirit to help you stick with tradition, a light spirit to win others' trust, a snake spirit granting powers of change, and an eagle spirit granting courage. You say snake, you say light. You say bull, you say light. You say eagle, so we got 2 votes for light to win others' trusts. Nope, let's go for it. You said it, let's do it. Mood plus, magic -1. The shamans drummed and shafts of light danced all around us. This weather is unpredictable. We've had people raid us during the winter before, so could we do one now? Definitely not the time to raid anyone, but okay. Well, okay, sure. If you say so, then we will just hunker. But see, we got raided. So you said not to raid, and then instantly we got raided. Our patrol spotted a herd raided by the Eyes of Gold. They have 19 mounted warriors. Our raiders, we met them with 13 swords and 7 bows. It's just, I mean, we always say drive them off. Let's just continue to say drive them off, honestly. We could kill as many as possible, but just drive them off. Skirmish them. The Eyes of Gold had to charge through a devastating stream of arrows. Yeah, we kind of double their, outnumber them with kind of warriors, like dedicated warriors. Let's fight fiercely then. And they completely destroyed us. We were hard pressed to face their berserk frenzy. It was soon over. Well, even though we had double the numbers, they still beat us. And killed some of our soldiers. The fighting was over quickly. Our combat magic burned away theirs, but they had other advantages. We were forced off the battlefield, and the Eyes of Gold drove off 7 cows and 2 horses. Well, it's the sacred time now. Last year's 25 babies were born. We initiated 24 children as adults. The plan has 12 fewer people, 15 more heads of cattle, and 11 more horses. Well, that's always good to hear. We have more cattle and horses. Our crafters produced a lot of goods. We expect an unusual number of rats and vermin this year. Well, what do we want to put points in then? Because we don't have members of each of the 7 families on the circle, we have less clan magic than we might. Well, there's literally no 7th clan right now. Yep, pasture magic, you said. We need to put in fields. Probably need to put in crafts because we currently have 0. You said put in war in case we're raided. That's a good idea. Let's put a point in health, maybe, and let's save the other 7. Proceed. A few keen-eared herders have heard creaking sounds, or some say moaning from the sky. It is not thunder, they say. I have not heard it myself. And we lost our shrine to Orissa. I had the most disturbing dream. Not an ordinary dream, but a prophecy. Our land was ruled by dragons and dragon men, and men who had tongues of dragons. And in the sky, even the clouds and suns were dragons. I don't know what to make of this. I know what to make of this. You partook a little bit too much of the herb. We do need a venture. We'll set up our venture, and then we'll probably we spread the Sanala revelation. Yeah. We spent 1 point on clan magic on health, but didn't conduct any harmony rituals. Let's set up our venture so we don't forget when we start the next episode, and then we'll end this one. We can wait. We should send out the most prized speakers to spread the word. Still early. You say we should tell them about the exploration, share our exploration with them, emphasize archery. There doesn't seem to be many bandits. Surely everyone will do what's best without needing all this organization. Shut up, Ulendis. Shut up, Ulendis. Can we end the schism, please? Make peace between the believers and disbelievers. Zakorda, apparently you want to do it for some reason. I mean, go for it, buddy. After several weeks, Zakorda and the other diplomats traveled among the clans. No amount of urging could get the two sides to reconcile. Too much blood had been spilled and too many harsh words exchanged. However, Zakorda thought we might try again after the sides had worn themselves out, or the threat of rams and wheels grew clearer. More diplomacy magic during sacred time could help too. And you're saying that we could starve to death. We should ask for Uyarda's milk blessing. And we'll deal with this event, and then we'll end the episode. I promise. I see some slaves. A well-equipped party from the Ruby Gate clan signals to your patrollers to request a parley. They're transporting captured wheels to sell as slaves in Infithan, one of the Orlanthi kingdoms in the south. Pretty sure we had this event already too. Humiliation looks good on these arrogant twits, doesn't it? Remind me. Who are these people? The Ruby Gate are riders. And the, they have just captured wheels. Okay, so just unnamed wheels. They are weak and require a brief rest before going on. Will you grant us hospitality? We have gifts and fine kumis to share. I don't really believe in the transporting of slaves, honestly, guy. So I don't know why you'd come to me. Agree, attack the slavers, decline, grant hospitality so you can learn more, then alert the captives people, which I think is what we did last time. You want to agree and decline to both at the same time, which is a weird option. Let's arrange it so their two clans fight and we reap the rewards. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Zakorda. That's what I'm thinking. Todoro, goods +6, gave us a handful of gems. We learned that the prisoners from Urchakai and that their captors plan to sell them in the Forest of Vuli, to the Forest of Vuli in a camp near the Obelisk of Dead Gods. Who tells the Urchakai? Someone with high diplomacy? And probably someone well-renowned. Zakorda, you can go. How many escort? I mean, we'll send an escort, sure. You take a gift? I can't really send a gift, no. It took a while, but in the end we convinced the Urchakar chieftain we were not leading them into a trap. Alright, well, is that the Obelisk of the Dead Gods? Is that where you said you were going to sell them? But that's where we will end the episode. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.